Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to some more FIFA 14 content. Now, we're going over some career mode stuff. I thought I'd show you guys the menus and just what career mode looks like now, because we all know it has changed dramatically. One thing I would just like to say, I've recorded a few other career mode videos, one of which is going through a lot of the budgets throughout career mode, so you guys can actually get a look at maybe your team or whatever. I did it, I think, in the top 5 leagues. I went through the budgets of all the teams because I know that's something you guys are interested in, and when I asked what videos you guys would like to see, there were a lot of big shouts for I'd like to see what budget certain teams have. So if you guys would like to see those videos, then let me know. Be sure to leave a like. As always, depending on the support on the videos, will kind of let me know if you guys want to see the other stuff as well. Another thing I did was with PSG, I actually did like a mini career mode, if you will. I kind of just did one transfer window, and I just went to see how it all is this year. So yeah, I thought I would just let you guys know all that sort of good stuff. But as far as this walkthrough goes, I just chose Liverpool, which is the team I support, just to show you guys the sort of things you can expect when you first enter your career mode. Another big new thing about career mode this year is in fact the global transfer network. Now, I kind of did a whole video discussing and talking about that, giving you guys some tips and things on how to really maximize your global transfer network use. So if you guys would like to see that, let me know. But we're just going to be going through kind of the surface of things and showing you guys the menu. So as you can see on your central screen, you have your advanced, you have some news going on in the top right here, which you use the right stick to flick through. You have the tables as well, and then of course the global transfer network. Then in your squad tab, if you will, you actually have the ability to change your formation really easily just by using the right stick to flick through them all. Now, back into the team management page, it's all very similar. You know, I kind of wish they had made it a little bit more interesting, but I suppose this is probably the most efficient way to do it. But it is still very similar to previous FIFAs that you guys are all very well aware of. Then you have your club squad. At the moment, I assume you'll be able to just switch between your national squad and your club squad. That's why that's there. Then you have your squad report, and you got to remember, guys, these little buttons, I want to call them, usually they have different options that you can flick through using the right stick. One of the example here is I decided to use the right stick to flick through, and I got to player roles, and from there you can change things. As you can see, Gerrard at the moment is pretty much nominated for most things. Kit numbers is on there, and a few of the other things. You can edit your player as well, and of course an injury list if you have a decently sized one. Most of the time I can kind of keep that up in my head if I know someone's injured, but yeah, that's that. As you can see, national squad, all that sort of stuff is good to go. But this here is the global transfer network. I'm not going to talk too much about it, guys, because I do actually have like a whole video dedicated to that. Again, if you guys would like to see that sort of stuff, make sure you leave the support on this video just so I kind of get a feeling for what you guys would like to see. Then we have the scouts, the Liverpool scouts, of course, very similar to previous FIFAs, where you just buy a new scout or things like that. That's the way to do it, and then you give them instructions, and that's how the new global transfer network works. But I don't want to talk too much about that because let's be honest, guys, I have an entire video to kind of explain all that stuff to you. This is a very similar page, you know, your wage budget and your transfer budget. It's just all the same. To be honest with you guys, the big thing now at the moment is in fact just how easy it is to get around the I want to say menus, but just easy around it. I want to just call it your office. You know, it's really easy to get from one thing to another, and I much prefer this menu setup. As you can see, guys, the new search, it just comes up with players. Like, it doesn't come up with any ratings, you know, it doesn't come up with the best players at the top anymore if you just search for everyone, because the global transfer network has completely changed the way all of that works. Here is your page screen. We're all very familiar with this. There's nothing really changed too much about this. Of course, just scrolling down, I suppose you guys can take a look at a few of the stats there. Suarez worth 23 million to begin with. And then the inbox. The inbox is so much nicer. You can do a bunch of cool stuff. Your emails there, you just kind of look over it. It'll be unread, and then if you want to tab along to your player conversations, if a player's like, I want to get some more game time, he'll let you know in there. Another thing you can do is archive the message, so you can make sure, like, you hit Y, I think it is, and it'll go and kind of store that particular message. Then obviously your career, and if you want to ask for request any funds, you can of course do that. you can actually resign from your national team, which is just brilliant. You know, if you're not enjoying it and you're not having fun with your national side, go ahead and just, you know, just resign, to be honest with you. And then we have a scouting network here, a little bit different, I guess, but you can hire some scouts there, contracts. And then moving along to the final tab is the calendar. The calendar just looks a little bit nicer, nothing too big that's changed that I could noticeably see. Then your team stats for in-depth stats, which is nice to see. I'm all about that in-depth stuff. I believe I choose someone here just to show you. Yeah, Cardiff City. If any of you guys are Cardiff City fans, well, there you go. And then your player stats for the individual players, which is good to see. Of course, I hadn't started any of the games, so there was no top scorers, nothing like that. The other leagues, so you can keep your eye on any particular players that are really doing well in other leagues. That's actually going to be pretty important, and I recommend you guys keep an eye on the other leagues. And then, of course, the tables, and then your fixtures. So that is pretty much the menus for FIFA 14 career mode. I know there hasn't been any gameplay or anything like that, but I just wanted to show you guys the career mode menus so that you have an idea of what to expect when you first jump into your first season. But guys, I hope this video has been helpful for you guys. Of course, make sure you subscribe for more FIFA 14. I've got tons of videos coming up. Make sure you leave a like on this video. Like I said, depending on the support for the career mode videos will depend on, you know, what else should I upload for you guys, because I'm not entirely sure if people actually want to see the budgets of other teams. I got a few requests for it, so that's why I recorded it anyways. And yeah, that's pretty much that, guys. I'll see you guys in a little bit, and feel free to click the video on the right hand side. That'll take you to another FIFA 14 video. I'll catch you guys in a little bit. Hope you all have a cracking day. Bye bye.